If you're feeling arrogant, you're on the right track. So that's what this podcast episode is going to be all about. Okay, successfully position yourself. It's all about being you. It's all about being authentic. It's all about knowing what you want. It's all about focus. It's all about finding yourself important enough to actually go for what it is that you want. And the more authentic you can do this, you're doing this, the more you will have long-term success with joy, filled with joy and being grateful. But, whenever I talk to someone about this subject, I nearly always hear the word authentic, but in not maybe exactly that word, but things like be yourself, stay true to yourself. And the funny thing is, yes, be yourself. But for example, when I work with someone in my program, I always work with her for 6 months, because I do believe it takes time to practice to get results, and it doesn't happen overnight to change your behavior and the way you look at yourself. Everybody wants to be faithful to themselves, but we do forget that we are not so authentically faithful to ourselves on a daily basis. It sounds maybe weird, but it is what it is. So I will give you an example. Yes, there is this lady joining my program, and when we started, she wanted to make a next step in her career at the company where she was working at that moment. And there was a good news, because the person who does this job that she wanted right now would leave for pension reason, but in 2 or 3 years at that time. So, but she preferred to have his job faster. So, of course, what we do, we make a plan how to do it, who is important, how to involve people. And there was one name on that list who could actually influence her getting the position she wanted sooner. But she said, I am not going to talk to this person. I am not. I have to work with him. I do that in a very professional way, but I hate it. I hate it from the bottom of my heart. So I'm not going to do it. I said, fine. We are not going to make a plan for this person. We leave him aside and see what happens. There is already a lot of people you can focus on. So for her, it felt like I can stay true to myself. I can be faithful towards myself. I can still be the authentic me. And which is fine, which is totally fine, because if you need to take like a big giant step out of your comfort zone every time you're gonna focus on positioning yourself and actually get whatever it is that you want, involve people in what you want, then it's too complicated. You need a lot of willpower, and willpower is not the most energetic and empowering energy and power. So, okay, fine. 3 months later, and this is very funny. What is very funny is very interesting. 3 months later, we were in another group coach call again, and she shared, she had a dinner with colleagues, and she was sitting beside him, beside this guy, and she didn't mention anything how it was for her, if it was annoying that she actually had to take that spot sitting beside him. It was actually the opposite. She said we were just talking, chit-chat, and at a certain point he mentioned how their relationship got better since a few months. And that he finds it nice, he enjoys it. And she said what she said at that moment. I said not after, but exactly in that moment. Yeah, I notice it as well. And it's not because of you. It's because of me. It's because of my effort. It's because of what I've put in. That's why our relationship is better at the moment. And I mean, it doesn't matter how the rest of the conversation went, but the fact that she says something like this to a person that she couldn't even write down his name on the paper when we were working on our plan, on our strategy to get to where she wanted to be in her career. She couldn't. And now she did it. Unexpectedly, without a shame, without getting out of the comfort zone, she just mentioned how she felt like at that time, him saying this thing. And so, to me, it's a very clear signal that the 3 months earlier, she wasn't her authentic self. Her reacting with this nearly physical reaction, oh my God, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna meet this person, towards saying something like this only 3 months after, out in the open. And this to me is being authentic. It's saying what you want to whoever you want from how it is for you. And still, it doesn't always mean you're then the most authentic person you can be, but this is way closer to authenticity compared to I'm not going to talk to this person. Because there is, if you were truly an authentic person already yourself, which I do believe very few people on this planet are, you would not be having problems to meet with this person, to talk to this person, to explain what your vision is, whatever it is. No, you would be totally fine. But there was something inside of her that kept her from doing that. And that's something inside of her that wasn't authentic, not at all. It was the blueprint, like last episode, the blueprint that she picked up and caused behavior towards this colleague. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, positioning yourself comes in the most natural way if you're true to yourself, if you're faithful to yourself, if you are yourself, if you're the most authentic person you are. But realize that don't mix up authenticity, for example, with a good girl that tries to behave like the good girl believes she should behave, to be liked, to be found kind, to be whatever. Because that's nothing to do with authenticity. It has everything to do with the way you believe you should behave in front of other people. And so, yeah, the more you are, if you ask my strongest opinion about positioning yourself for success is when you truly love yourself. When you truly love yourself, even admire yourself in the most positive way, not in the ego way, but in the most loving way, compassionate way, that's when your authentic self comes out. Because you love yourself so much that whatever someone else's opinion is or response is to what you say or how you say it, it doesn't matter. Because it's okay. It's your vision, it's your ambition, it's what you say. And because you love yourself, you're okay with it. Doesn't have to turn out always be the best to say in a moment, but you never know what is the best to say in a moment until you've done it. So love yourself, find yourself important enough to chase your dreams, your goals, to chase happy meetings instead of getting those redneck out of anger, out of shame, out of fear. No, just go. Love yourself. It's all fine. You're all fine. You're very fine. Thanks for listening.